Welcome to Cape Fear Koi.
Well, 16 drop. Okay, it's only been about 30. Hello, welcome back, Cape Fear Koi Kichi. Today is part 2. The fish is not responding well. The wounds are getting really large, some scales are flaking off. The wound itself doesn't look bad, but the surrounding areas are getting ugly. We are going to treat it differently with Minfin. We're going directly because we still didn't have the iodine on hand. So we are treating with what we have. We're giving it a shot. And we just want to also say that a disclaimer that I'm not using gloves and I'm also double dipping my medications. So that's a no-no in general. So do as I say, not as I do. So I just want to point that out there, that don't do that. If you can, get a container and pour it into something and then, apply. So it was super late. I really wasn't thinking straight. To be honest with you, I don't do a lot of sick fish treatments. Luckily I haven't had this issue. So I just want you to learn from my mistakes. So that's what this channel is all about. It's just learning. So learn from that and don't do that if you can. Afterwards, I realized that. So, okay, well, let's go check it out and see what we did. And here's our first round of clove oil. It's about 5 or 6 drops. And then we will take a whisk to help break it up because it's such a high concentration. We need it to break down fine to be effective for the fish.
Yes.
It's different down here. Looks worse.
Like akin to bruising almost.
Yeah. All right, so it's been about 2 minutes since it's been in here. It's not slowing down yet, but still a little early. But you can see on the edge right there. I can't see my finger. On the sides, it looks like skin, like scales or skin are starting to flake off. So we're gonna debride that. Some people say debride, but a doctor, I asked him, said debride or debride? He said debride if you're in the States, and debride if you're over in the UK, England, out there. So you can see though those scales on the back behind the wound they look loose and kind of lifted. That wasn't like that probably 3 days ago. So that's all new. The wound itself, as ugly as it is, it's not red. The skin that's on it looks clean. That's on the outside edge. This here on the tail tube, that's a bit newer. I think we saw that yesterday. So this is it. I mean, it eats. It's acting overall normal. You can see the left pectoral fin is missing a little piece. The tail is missing a significant percentage of it. It's like it's just disintegrating. Sorry, missed it. So I've seen people take them from worse, so we're really trying. We're also going to give it a shot. So we're going to put it to sleep first and give it a shot. But I'm going to add a few more. That wound in the back just doesn't look good. I just want to show you up close what we're dealing with. All right, I'm going to add a few more drops. Okay, so I added some more. So this is essential oil, and this is high grade. This is doTERRA. So you can see it. There's little bubbles floating around. I don't know if you can quite pick it up on the camera, but those little shadows that you see, that's actually the oil. So it's not breaking down when I first put it in, so you kind of have to spin it. But you also be careful how much you put in, because this is highly concentrated compared to some of the cheaper oil you get. So I just want to put that out there. So they say, I think 12 to 16 per gallon of drops. You don't need that much for this. I think you only need about maybe 5 to 7 per gallon, drops per gallon. So I just want to put that out there in case you don't want to overdose your fish. You want to put them to sleep for a little while, not permanently. Okay, it's been a couple minutes since I added the drop. Okay, he's starting to lose the ability to stay upright, so he's getting sleepy. Starting, so starting to get sleepy right now. Now he's going to sleep. We're almost there.
I'm about to. I gotta get the handle on the back.
Do the wound care.
Okay, so when I pick him up, then put this over him in a good way, because that's always falling off. And
The angle, you know.
no, I get it. All right. Let's get him situated first. I just don't want to be holding his gills, so let me situate my hand first. Okay, now go ahead. And it can go like so.
So it's important to go with the grain of the scales.
Not against.
Yeah, you don't want to go against. You don't want to rip them unnecessarily. So I'm looking for dead tissue. There's some coming off, so that's good. Down low, you get down here. Where your thumb is. See that skin? Got that off. So I am removing some of this tissue, this old tissue. Watch your thumb. Watch your thumb again. So it is coming off there. That's a good sign. Removing some of the excess. Okay, so I got pretty clean down there.
Would you adjust his head towel for me and put it over my thumb? Thank you.
So we keep his gills covered so we can still pull oxygen out. Feels that. They say fish don't have sensories, they don't have feelings, but as you can see, he was pretty aware that I was there, even being asleep. So it looks like something's trying to grow over top of there, so hopefully that's happening. It may be growing back, so that's good. We'll take the saline solution and rinse it off a little bit. Okay. Then we will pat it dry. Keep his gills wet. While they're asleep, they should be able to be for several minutes, but we don't want them to be there. We want them to be there as short of time as possible.
Which is also why it's important to have all your stuff prepared, your shots drawn, everything you're gonna need, because you don't want to be.
Now this is our first time using MinFin. We're going as directed by other experienced keepers. Say this stuff really knocks the funk out.
Also, when you're applying it near the head, make sure to tilt him upward, because you don't want this in the nostrils or the gills or the eyes. Really, any treatment, you don't want it dripping in there. That's not going to be good for him.
And what everybody's saying is you treat them and then you put them in.
I'm also seeing a little spot on the very back right side of him. Can you see that?
Right here. There's something, I don't know what that is. Yep. See that? The scale just popped off. So,
you wet his towel somewhere for me? Thank you.
now we're going to put them back here in just a second. But now when we put them in the water, it's going to look basically dead. But It'll come back. Now you see it turning white. Now normally you put peroxide on a wound when treating it, but this is 0.6 peroxide. Are you ready?
Get the red off of them?
This is gills.
Yep.
Okay, let's get them in there. Push them towards the air a little bit so that wind can. See, his gills are barely moving. It'll take a minute. It takes a little bit. You'll feel him kick a little bit. See, his gills are getting better already.
There he goes. He kicked the first time.
Yep, so now he got his first kick. There you go. He's getting a little movement.
It's coming around.
Okay, it's only been about 30 seconds, if that, since I turned the camera off. Sorry about the spider webs, but these are some kind of water spiders. They help keep the mosquito population down. But that's it. I mean, he looked basically dead, and it's only been about 2 minutes. We'll click back on him when he starts swimming around a little more. We'll give him about well, there he goes again. He's coming back pretty quick. Yeah, this one really responds to waking up quick. Wakes up strong.